Video, I'll go through the Catalan opening and give you an overview of all the plans and ideas. Catalan starts after the moves d4, d5, c4, e6, knight f3, knight f6, and g3. Catalan is played by many top players, and it's a way for white to build long-term pressure and play for the full point without taking much risk. An important idea is that after white places a bishop on g2, uh, throughout the opening in the game, it's going to be the best piece for white, and it'll help restrict black's queenside development and help white expand in the center. There are two different types of position that you'll get from the Catalan. One of them is a closed Catalan, which happens when black decides to play c6 and doesn't take the pawn on c4. The other option for black is to take on c4 and either just try to hold on to the pawn or just take on c4 and continue developing. There are four main theoretical options for black to respond to the Catalan. The first one, which is arguably the main line, is after bishop g2 castles, d takes c4, and then so the line, a lot of the time it goes something like this, where we get a position where black has managed to activate his passive bishop on c8, which a lot of the times can get stuck just without a useful uh, purpose, but white still has a more pleasant position, and black has still not completely iced. Another option for black is the bishop b4 check line, which is, I think, nowadays the most, theoretically the most challenging response to the Catalan for black, because black's idea is to provoke white into playing bishop d2, and then go play a regular close Catalan. If white tries to play knight d2, the lines are interesting here, but black usually is doing fine, but white can get some interesting positions where he's down a pawn, but he has good counterplay and compensation. The typical closed Catalan arises here when black plays bishop b7, bishop g2, castles, and then black plays c6. And then white's main plan now is going to be to put a knight on d2 and then support the e4 push. So this is just something that could happen. This is a typical position. And then now black usually takes on d4. We can get positions like these where white has space advantage in the center, but black's main goal is to play c5 and then help open up his passive bishop. And usually, if black can play c5 without being punished, black is doing fine. So a lot of the times, white has white can play the move c5 himself, and that's what you can get a lot of the times where you play e4 in the closed systems, and then a lot of unsuspecting black players just play regularly, and then once white gets c5, um, black has an unpleasant position, and white has really good chances to play for a win. The other main option that um, black has is to just play the open Catalan starting on move 4, which black just takes the pawn, and then he tries to either in some lines hold on to it, or in the time that white tries to get it back, he'll develop his pieces and then solve the issue of this bad bishop on c8. This is one of, like, this variation has a lot of theory. So, like, here in this position, black has 9 different moves that are all, like, playable options and are all, like, important to the theory. But, for example, the main line is a6, and then we can get some positions where here white is down a pawn, but white has really good compensation because black has weakness on a6 and c7, and all of white's pieces are active. I hope this gave you a good understanding of the idea in the Catalan. In the next videos of the series, I'll go into each variation in detail. Thank you for watching.